Welcome back to Fighters Drinking Coffee. Today we are with Caleb Knepley, a coach and athlete out of High Noon Jiu-Jitsu. Soon to be, actually when this episode drops, he will be the head instructor and owner of Lariat Jiu-Jitsu in Pentagon City, Arlington, Virginia. Caleb, welcome.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Welcome. So when this is coming out, it'll be the grand opening of your gym, Lariat in Pentagon City. So that'll be, this will be dropping at 5 a.m. on the same day. So roughly 12 hours later, you're going to be having your first class. So that's pretty exciting.
By the time everyone wakes up, they can sign up for Caleb's gym.
Yeah, in the show notes.
You're
gonna sign up immediately.
Caleb's gym when you hear this.
And if you are going to come, please sign up.
Sign up.
I've had like 12 people tell me they're coming, and I believe they're coming. And then I open the thing and it's like 3 people have signed up. I'm worried that I'm almost worried in a positive way that I'm going to have like 40 people show up and I'll be like,
you're not going to get ready for
I don't know if I got space for you guys.
What are you using for signups and all that? Like, do you have like a platform or whatever?
Yeah, you're a gym desk.
I do.
Yeah. So I was looking through different platforms. I've had like some experience with Zen Planner. I just think like the navigation's a little funky. And then I found Gym Desk and like they have like, it's pretty scalable for how many members you have. So that they had like a pretty approachable starting point, and it just like looks kind of nice,
There you go.
Yeah, so
They reach out to me. I've seen their promos and stuff like that. I've never looked into it, but it looks decent. So
yeah, it's had everything so far. I ended up making a website out of something else. Their website maker was all right, but easy way to like drop stuff in. So it's been good. I'm excited.
Good,
man. So said High Noon. You guys are doing, so what's your schedule at High Noon look like, and how is that going to be against Lariat? Like, what is the schedule going to be? Like, are you still going to be coaching at High Noon, training there, and then also running classes out of Lariat? And where exactly is it?
Yeah, so
we can tell people that.
So right now, Lariat's going to be inside of, there's a CrossFit box called Brazen Fitness. The owners of that, they were parents of some of the kids in our kids program, so that's how we got connected. So it's going to be in like the back half of their CrossFit box. I've got a bunch of rollout mats. We're going to roll them out Tuesday at 7:30, Friday at 6:30, and we'll have like a nice hour class. Should be pretty straightforward. Should be fun. Right now at High Noon, I mainly coach the kids. I'll like help with the adults every once in a while if someone's out or something. But we've already got a pretty like stock set of coaches over there. So I was teaching the kids pretty much Monday through Thursday. Now Tuesday I won't be there, but every other day I'll still be there. And I like coaching the kids. It's fun. Can be stressful, but like watching them get better, watching them go do tournaments, the highs and the lows. It's a fun thing to be a part of.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Anytime, like, especially you're probably seeing a lot more progress there. You get to see like the kids kind of go from brand new and not really knowing anything about jiu-jitsu, and then as they kind of climb up, and you're watching them literally grow up too.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Like the skill side is cool. I mean, like you say that with adults too. Like the mental side is awesome. Like you get like some kids who go to their first tournament and they just like win or lose, they just have like a terrible time because it was hard. And they like losing it, and then you talk to them, they train some more, they go to the next tournament. They might even have like a worse tournament than they did before, but they're like handling it so much better. And I think that that kind of growth's really cool to see, because you don't see that as much in adults. Sometimes you do, but then sometimes like adults are salty, win, lose the whole time they're competing. So it's like nice to see
the psychology, progress. The differences, right?
Yeah. You see, especially, you watch the kids compete, and like the first couple times, no matter what, they say they're hurt, right? Like,
oh yeah.
And then they're not really hurt. They just don't know how to process the emotions of what just happened, right? And then, you can literally watch them become battle hardened essentially. Yeah. And like, they're like, yeah, no, I just won, or I just lost. No big deal. I'll go do it again. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. The hurt thing, man. When I first started teaching kids, every single tier, I went like full panic mode about it. I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And now I'm almost like,
you're fine.
I think you're fine.
Walk it off.
Let's go again. Yeah. Like I've reached that point. I've reached that point fast.
You have to like, it's almost like Mike said, they don't know how to process the emotions. So you have to be like their little spiritual leader. You're like, you look at them, you stay stoic. You're like, you're fine. Walk it off. You're good. And then like 2 seconds, they're like, yeah, I am fine. Yeah, I'm fine. And then they just keep going.
Yeah. I mean, I have 2 kids, and like the number of times they're like, something hurts, Daddy. I'm like, dude, look at yourself. Check everything. You're fine. Brush it off. Like, does it really hurt? And yeah, so it's an interesting thing with kids. So
yeah, I mean, and credit to like Tim and Maya, and like Maya especially, because she was running the kids program before I got there. Like most of me learning how to deal with kids and their varying emotions came from her. So a lot of credit goes to her for that one. She's guided me through like quite a bit on dealing with and like coaching the kids through a bunch of different stuff.
You guys can hear me, but you probably can't.
Scott is about to pour coffee for everyone.
Coffee.
They can't hear you. Yeah, this is you guys don't normally get the coffee pouring portion of fighters drinking coffee. It's usually pre-poured. So this is a treat that you can't even see happen right now. Let's get that.
They hear that. It's an ASMR.
That was a nice pour.
Coffee ASMR. Oh my.
Oh yeah, I heard that one.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. We'll need to clip that and put it at the beginning of every episode now. Yeah. So you're teaching kids at High Noon.
Yeah.
So you're going to be having adult classes for now, primarily at Lariat.
Only adult classes for now. I think 2 kids programs would be a lot, and then also just kids classes in like a CrossFit box rollout. It's just kind of a weird vibe. But the end goal for Lariat is like, one, if Brazen starts having more evenings available, I know they have other stuff going on, I think on other days right now. I would like to take more evenings so they can offer more classes. But the end goal is to get my own spot. Ideally, I'd like to have jiu-jitsu gym and like a fully loaded, like just gym lifting workout commercial gym type space in one. That's kind of like
that's the vision.
That's the big dream end goal. Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's good too, because then people, I mean, that bang for your buck is great too from a member standpoint, right? Like they know that they can basically just have one membership, rather than having to juggle a couple, because that's pretty tough too.
Yeah, I mean, I do that now, but I'm also like, I'm privileged that I teach and instruct at High Noon, so I really don't have to worry about the lifting membership. But like, I know plenty of people who have both, and it just seems like it's a lot to manage.
Oh yeah, I bet it is. Especially like you have a lot less like maintenance involved with a jiu-jitsu gym compared to like a lifting gym. You don't have like equipment that fails the same way. I mean, like you still have stuff you have to replace and repair, but it's a vastly different animal in terms of stuff.
Yeah, people just like breaking machines and throwing things everywhere. Where like, jiu-jitsu gym is just like the mats and the walls.
Yeah.
So you're going to start off with the 2 evening classes.
2 evening classes.
Fill that out. Let it the membership grow up. Then we're looking for more slots, like you said.
Yeah.
Eventually get to where you're able to shop around, find a good location for what you're doing. One day, also pack that in with the strength and conditioning.
Yeah. So it's probably going to be fill these classes out. If more spots open up at Brazen, get some more classes in there. Eventually get my own spot. Jiu-jitsu first, obviously, and then probably slowly drop like pieces of weight training equipment in there until we have like a full gym.
Do you want to keep it like mostly jiu-jitsu? Do you want to add in some other like MMA elements to it? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably never have an MMA fight team. It's just like those
mic drop.
Yes, those guys.
Because when I met you, you were still fighting.
I was a fighter. Yeah,
you were a fighter.
Yeah. For a while, I like started with MMA first. Realistically, I did had like 3 kickboxing fights, 4 MMA fights, and then I was lined up for an amateur title. And it was also like during COVID, so like promotions were like showing up and then getting shut down immediately. So a bunch of us prepped like probably for like 4 or 5 fights that like the week out they were like, oh, sorry guys.
MMA's tough.
Man. Yeah. But I was set up for like an amateur title. I did 1 training session and I was like, I don't think I care about this anymore.
But you were fired up about jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I was having a ton of fun with jiu-jitsu. Just got a little tired of like getting hit in the head.
Oh, dude, tell me about it.
And like,
he used to fight too.
Yeah, and like in fairness, amateur MMA, I'd never even like lost, but it's just like the prep and the training was just.
Well, and then like you said, like you're trying to go to book a fight, and then like you're doing all this work. You're doing the prep, you're doing the training, you're getting hit in the head. There's like all the stress and shit that comes with all of that, plus the impending date that you're preparing for. Then it drops out from underneath you because of, COVID, whatever. Like the fight stops. Like, fuck this.
How many camps did you have that did not result in the fight too?
Dude, I don't know.
Because that's what got me out of it.
Yeah. Even like kickboxing, I had like 2 or 3 other fights lined up that didn't fall through. I remember my first kickboxing fight, I ended up getting a different opponent when I weighed in. And they were just like, we got this guy. And like, luckily it turned out okay. Like I won, but I was like, this could be terrible.
That's like, it's also super not professional.
No.
So crazy.
And this area is better than other. Like I cornered a fight in Pennsylvania, and like the rule set's insane. Like there was like no striking on the ground. You're wearing shin guards, and like everyone in the back was literally like, yeah, if you get a takedown, even if you get beat up on the feet, you're gonna win the fight. And I was like, what? And they're like, that's just how the judges are in PA. We were like, okay.
They love wrestling.
Yeah.
Sounds like I should go for takedowns.
Yeah, like all right. But I'll probably get some striking in there. I still like striking. There's a couple of striking classes that's kind of just turned into like a little kickboxing club with me and like 2 or 3 other dudes at High Noon that I teach a couple times a week. But at some point I'd probably end up just getting someone else to teach it, just because I'd almost rather just take the class, you know? Because I still like striking. I just like not invested nearly as much time into like studying it and like rewatching fights and striking techniques and Muay Thai like I used to be. Like I'm pretty much all jiu-jitsu in the free time that I spend on that kind of stuff. But some kickboxing in there eventually. I don't know about it. Maybe like an MMA class or two. I don't think I could do the full MMA fighter thing. Like being a coach for those guys just seems like probably a bit more than I would want to deal with.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I corner a lot of MMA fights with, I mean, in like Charles Dejisco at DMA, he runs all that. So it's
okay,
he loves MMA. It's like his passion. I'm like more of a role player in that world, which I think is a good fit for me. I mean, I like doing it. I have fun with those guys, and the dudes at our team who are the guys at DMA who are on that team. They work super hard, so it's like it's easy to go in and kind of like help them because it's like they work hard.
Yeah,
I like doing that. But dude, it's a lot of effort, man. I mean, you got the weight cutting is tough.
Oh man,
weight cutting is tough, man.
I'm like I float between like 185 and 189 now. I fought at 145.
Yeah, that's wild. Dude.
I'm like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
I was dying.
Well, even 155 for you would be wild still.
Yeah, but I'm like kind of small for 155.
It's crazy.
I stood next to some other like 55 or 55ers, and I was like,
do you know Caldoon?
Maybe
wild man, bearded. I've
probably seen him. Yeah.
He's not as tall as you, but he's 190 as well. Like when he's fully fed.
Yeah.
And he fights 155, and he's like he'll talk to me. He'll be like, all right, man, like, I think I'm going to fight 7 or 8 weeks. So I'm going to try to get to like the high 70s, low 80s.
Yeah, that would
right now. But like, dude, it's like, and again, let me know, he's fully committed to MMA. Like he loves doing it. So this is a labor of love that he's totally fine doing.
Right, yeah.
But you need that like commitment to want to do it.
Dude, and I like this is definitely the wrong way to do this. But when I started doing MMA, I didn't realize this because I was a personal trainer before that. I just like stopped lifting weights because I was so focused on like being light enough to get down to 45. I would like look at old pictures of me back when I was fighting. I looked like a twig. I was like, what? How was I fighting like grown men looking like this?
It's wild. But okay, so I'm gonna do some Caleb background, right? So I met Caleb. He swang through one of our DMA training sessions, probably during the pandemic. Do you remember?
Yeah, or it was like right after.
Right after. It was like me, you, Sam Joey came through.
Oh yeah, dude,
remember that? Yeah, dude. It was Joey's in the mix. I haven't seen him in a while, but whatever. No. But anyways, like so, I want to say that was kind of a. I don't know. You can tell me, but it seemed like maybe that was around the time when you were like, yeah, I think I'm going to start doing a little more jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You went over to High Noon. Tell us about like that. Like you transitioned. You've been with that team for a couple of years now.
Yeah, like a little over 2 years now. So like I'd known them for a long time because I used to go to their like open mats a lot. And then so what ended up happening is at the other gym I was at Kaizen, I ended up like at least at one of the locations kind of just running the jiu-jitsu program, and I wasn't getting a whole lot of training myself. And I started doing these Sunday open mats, and Nate Marsh, Fairfax High School wrestling coach, teaches wrestling at High Noon, started coming to him. I don't know why. He just kind of started showing up. Then we started chatting. We started like rock climbing together. And like, he slowly kind of convinced me. And because I had already kind of thought about it. In fact, so like I was always coaching at Kaizen. But for a brief time, I went and just got like a normal job. I was working at like a data center in Ashburn. And right as I quit that to like work at Kaizen a little bit more, Tim had messaged me at the same time. Because I guess that was when he was like planning the High Noon expansion, and asked me if I wanted to work for him. And I was like, I can't right now. I already committed to something else. And then like 6 months later, Nate's like,
get your ass over.
Let's get over there. Yeah. And then talked to Maya. I started teaching the kids a little bit. So I started teaching the kids towards the end of like that year. Competed a couple times under Tim. I'd never done any like big tournaments. And then so I decided to just jump into an ADCC Open and see what would happen, which was cool. That was fun. Competing at like 11:30 at night is a little rough, but
dude, which one was that?
That was one of the Orlandos.
I went to, I didn't go to it, but Yeah, those ADCC, when they started doing the opens, when they kind of expanded from just doing trials to say now they're doing regional opens, get more people experience with the rule set, make some money, and then
Yeah.
get people familiar with that for trials and all that. Kind of, I guess, develop some more talent in that space. So it makes sense for them to do that. When they first started doing those, we sent a couple guys up to New Jersey because they had a New Jersey one.
The Atlantic City one?
Did you do that?
Dude, I got my foot broken in that one. And like the
At
dude.
what time? At 1 a.m.?
Yeah. Like, so the dude got me. All right. Fair enough. But I think I would have tapped 15 seconds earlier if it was 3 hours before. I'm in like that stupid reverse close guard, like A block thing. And I'm like kind of just staring at it. And I was like, am I caught? But that's because I'm like half
You're like
asleep.
delirious.
And then when I go to tap, my foot just like explodes. And I was like,
well, but yes, this is the point, right? Like they got so many people who wanted to do these things, the demand to go to these ADCC tournaments. Again, that's pretty cool. They were getting so, like, I guess overbooked. I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah.
They had like when Smooth Comp or whatever spit out the match times, they were showing like Andrea went. I think she fought it. Like, I remember I was like in my bed. Dude, looking at my phone because it was like 11:45 and I was like, damn dog, like, I want to go to bed. But I'm watching her match. I was like, this is wild as hell, dude. They're going all night.
They also like, I think due to the number of people, like they just weren't ready to deal with like the technical difficulties. So Orlando was crazy because there's like a union there and like people aren't allowed to work past a certain number of hours. So they kicked everyone out of the venue for an hour, which delayed everything for a bunch of time. Atlantic City, I remember I woke up in the morning. It said my first match was at 3 p.m. I took a nap. I woke back up. All adult matches were just gone.
Oh.
Like they just weren't there. And then eventually I went at like 9 p.m. Like it's just like they're having like computer crash. Like I just think they weren't ready to like deal with the stuff that's probably inevitably going to happen. Like, you know, credit to IBJJF. It's like,
you got to give them credit sometimes. It's organized, right?
Like I had never
gonna...
done one. I went to Pans and they're like, you're on at 9 a.m. And I was on at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, IBJJF is by far like the most on time of all of them.
And
there's something to that.
And that's the only thing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, look, my first tournament, like
he goes, that's the only thing I like about it.
Look,
yeah,
I have a High Noon brown belt rash guard.
Yes.
The entire back square is brown. Lady at the front's like, you're good to go. The guy walking me out is like, you're good to go. Wasn't even the ref at my mat. Some dude randomly runs out from like a table and he's like, I don't know about this rash guard. And I was like, what do you mean?
Dude, the head table interference for uniform stuff is the main thing that I don't like. Like, that is one of the worst things. It's just like, dude, they made it past uniform check.
What are we doing?
You got to just allow it at this point.
He points at the all brown square and he's like, I don't think there's enough brown. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Should I go shirtless?
So I had to sprint out, buy like a King's whatever, which, all right, it's a nice rash guard. Fair enough.
That dude gets a kickback. That one guy.
There's no way. There's no way he doesn't. Like, but yeah. So yeah, I started doing long tangent there. I started doing the ADCC tournaments. And yeah, I just started doing a bunch of like way harder stuff. Like back when I got my brown belt, I still don't think I was like actually ready to be a brown belt. And like
classic imposter syndrome.
It was a weird promotion though. Like
take the brown belt, man. Dude, Tim's he's gonna give you a brown belt. You take
it wasn't Tim. No, I got the brown belt elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I joined High Noon after.
Okay.
No, anything that Tim and Maya and them give me,
you accept.
I will accept. Yeah, but I'm like over there.
Good.
I'm not even training at this
As
point.
you should.
I'm like just teaching. And then like the guy who's like the head black belt has like not even been there for like 2 years. And he shows up and they give me the brown belt and he's just like, I heard you've been doing good. And that was like the whole thing. And I was like,
all right,
sick. But then like, yeah, so huge imposter syndrome set in. So I just didn't compete at brown belt like at all. And then I jumped in at High Noon and I like mentioned kind of wanting to do it. And Tim was like, well, let's do it. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of competing. Still going to do some competing. It'd be interesting to see how that turns out while running my own spot. But you know,
you'll be good.
If anything, I get like super stressed out competing. And if that's the only thing that's on my mind, so maybe being able to do all this, I'll just roll up to a tournament and just be like grumpy about it and I'll do really well because I won't be like stressed out about it.
I'm usually more stressed out coaching than competing now because like I get all the stress out watching all of my athletes compete. So like I'm like coaching everyone and I'm like way more stressed about that. And then it's my turn. I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I think most of the stress just comes from all that like BS, like supposed to be a brown, but like, whatever. Like,
shit.
Like that I ran in that Orlando tournament. I didn't even know who he was. I ran to Michael Sains, who at the time was like a blue or purple belt. And then he beat me and I was like, dang. And then I like looked him up and I was like, all right,
yeah.
Okay. I see what's going on. Yeah.
Give yourself a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the, okay. So I want to talk to you about like what you've liked the most, how you've developed since you went over to High Noon, Tim is a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
I've trained with him a bunch of times. He's a great guy. You guys seem like you have an awesome team too. Every time I go around, like I like seeing what I see. Like the environment, the community is really cool to see. There's a lot of jiu-jitsu in our area, right? Like a ton.
Yeah.
But there's not a ton of what would you say? I guess like competitor present teams.
Yeah.
There are, but like there's maybe I'm
not a
thinking
lot of
geographically.
places that are like mainly made up of like they
Competitors,
have a
yeah.
huge portion of the school makeup, like the
Well, huge portions, quote unquote. It's interesting, right? Because like I don't know. I'll ask you guys. I don't know if like we have a perception of huge culture at DMA. Does it look like that?
That's what it looks like to me.
That's what it looks
you
like.
guys
Yeah,
look like
yeah.
But so we do have a lot of competitors. But
I guess big presence might be
that might be. But I'm saying
Yeah.
that's interesting
presence
because.
in the competition.
And by the way, dude, like as a guy who's going into like owning in an academy, it's a relatively when you look at like the body of people who come in, most people aren't competitors.
Yeah. Well, that kind of works out because to be honest with you, like I like competing. Well, I do and I don't. You know what I mean? Like
You've been doing it.
every time, yeah. But then every time I sign up, I'm like, why
am I doing
I don't
this?
want to do this. Yeah. Like, I think down the road I'll probably like have some competitor focus, but that's really not I just think jiu-jitsu is like awesome. And I think like coming from like the fitness background, like there's like way too many people, not to trash like Goggins and Jocko, who are like, you got to suffer and it sucks. And I'm like, you can suffer and it's still fun. Like,
yeah.
I've like me and Nate Marsh have had just like some insane rounds that we've dubbed like
Wars.
we're just like being idiots. Like we're not holding any position. We're just trying to like scramble as hard as humanly possible. And I feel awful at the end of that. But I was like, man, that was a blast.
That was
you know
awesome.
what I mean? Like I think the perception around like hard work has to like be like miserable kind of sucks. So I'd rather just like that's kind of the focus for Lariat to start. It's just like these classes are gonna be hard, but we're gonna be like goofy and have fun too. Like I just don't want everyone to come in and be like, oh.
Well, and so that's the thing with the competitor thing, right? Like I like your attitude on all of it because like I guess for us it sort of happened naturally.
Yeah.
We didn't force any of that. Like just people wanted to do it.
Yeah.
People wanted to compete. There were guys competing. I was competing. Like, we had enough, I think, folks doing it that others were like, maybe I want to do that too.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of happening naturally is like it's a good way to do it. Like let people like opt in to wanting to do that, but like the culture can be what you just said, which is a good environment for sort of like choose your adventure.
Yeah.
And to the person coming in.
Yeah.
Sometimes that too, like one person coming in or like a couple people that are just competition minded, like people that you get people that were competitive, they were wrestlers in college or things like that. Those people come into the gym and they just kind of naturally gravitate towards it. And then other people start to kind of congregate into that. And like you said, it naturally occurs. Like it doesn't, you don't have to create a competition focus. The competitors will naturally create that environment for themselves.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Dude, High Noon's funny. I swear like 8% of the people who are like competitor level compete at High Noon. Like the room is rough every single day. And then like, we just like can't get half of them to compete. Like it's kind of insane. But yeah, I mean, I got the same at like, cause Tim's whole thing is like whistle while you work. Like me and Tim talk crazy shit to each other. Even if we're not rolling with like mid comp class, I'll be rolling with someone, he's rolling with someone else, and we're talking shit like across the room. Like that's the kind of vibe I like. Cause it's like, what's the point of being like super mid? Like I've had bad days, obviously, but that's not because like I didn't think training was fun. It's because like I either had a bad day or I got my ass kicked really bad. And I was like, that kind of sucked. But like, what's the point of being miserable while you're doing something that is like super physically hard, you know?
Mm-hmm. I like that. Well, okay. Let's talk about that. Tell me more. Tell me more about the, because as from an observer's perspective, and like I said, I've known you, but you have begun competing. Like you've developed a ton, man. You've been successful in competitions, man.
Yeah.
And you've been in this community where that's the culture.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I like I think like the vibe at High Noon is like really special. I think that's really why I like stuck there. Like there's a lot of the gyms in the area have like really good dudes. Like Muhammad Ali has a gym like 10 minutes from High Noon. You know what I mean? But like the vibe at High Noon and like just the culture there and just like the people that have like gravitated towards that I've just found like very appealing. Like I spent a bunch of time with them. I made a ton of like really close friends. My fiance's made friends with people. She doesn't even train. And she's like close friends with a bunch of people there. I just like hope I can kind of replicate that vibe at Lariat same way, just because that's the kind of place I want. That's like kind of always been, even when I was like a personal trainer, I wanted my own gym where I kind of set the rules and everyone just kind of have a good time while also doing something hard and that's like good for you, you know?
That's the culture, man. That's good culture. Don't be afraid to protect that culture. You're gonna have to.
No, yeah, I've had some.
We've had to kick people out. I'm sure you guys have too.
Yeah, and like, you know, that's the stuff I'm the most like worried about, I guess, because I'm like not the most like assertive person, but you know, it is what it is. I'll do what I gotta do.
It. You're gonna.
I'm sure when it's my business on the line, I'll be like,
that's
all right,
right,
dude. Like,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, you know, I tend to forget that I'm like not small and have fought and like
you can handle some situations.
Gonna be fine. Yeah, because I'm just always rolling with dudes who can like beat the shit out of me. So I'm just like, am I?
You're having a good time. Like you're set to like, yo, let's make this fun.
Yeah.
Right?
So whenever
it's a gear shift.
Whenever someone comes in there and like kind of messes that up, I'm like, bro,
don't make me do this.
Come on. Nothing is worse than when you're like, you've been out for a little bit and you come back and you're like, I can't wait to train. And then just like some like asshole shows up at an open mat and you're like, bro, I thought today was going to be
You're going to make me regulate?
Now we got to deal with this.
I got to regulate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, overall, I'm like really excited. I'm like beyond grateful for everything like Tim and Maya especially have done for me. More than I could. I mean, I came to them telling them that like I was probably going to open my own gym at some point. Like that was my goal. And they were like, all right, cool. So we'll focus on that as you're here, which I think is awesome. Cause they didn't really know me back then. You know, They like knew me kind of cause I showed up at open mats, but they really like, offered a helping hand. Like I can't shout them out enough, you know?
Yeah. Shout them out.
Yeah.
Shout them out more. Tim and Maya.
Tim and Maya.
Shout out to Tim and Maya. That's why. Well, and that's cool too. I mean, it's good having people that want to facilitate your growth and not just have you as a growth tool for themselves. I mean, obviously they want to be successful, but knowing that like, hey, you can help us be successful, but we want you to succeed in whatever realm you want to be successful in as well. Like that's always good. Yeah. Having those people in your corner. So,
and that's the way to do it too. Like you were explicit. You're like, yo, here are my goals. And they were like, yo, man, let's do it. Because I can tell you from personal experience, I've known people who have not done that. It happens all the time. Which is like, it's such a weird way to handle it.
Yeah, like you show up and you're like, all right, like
I'm going to ski.
I'm going to stab everyone in the back the moment I'm ready.
Let's burn as many
like,
bridges as possible.
Why? Like,
it's silly.
It's so weird. It's like a weird competitor mindset where I'm like, dude, jiu-jitsu is like, I guess it's not as niche anymore, but I'm like, it's niche enough that like, there'll be enough people to like populate your gym, dude. It's okay.
It's made it enough into the mainstream that you can find people. But I mean, like it is super like skeevy to do that too, because to like come in and just not tell anyone that you're planning on opening a gym, like that's because. And then act like the other person's the weirdo for not supporting that. It's like, dude, I didn't know you were going to do this.
And people talk, right? So like, there's enough, like you said, there's enough people. Your business can succeed, for sure. But I flipping it around. It's also the community of like the leaders in the community, the people who own businesses. Like they all talk too. So like your reputation will get around.
I don't own a business. I'm not like a leader. I guess I own a business now.
You do.
I do now.
And you are.
But like I hear about this stuff. You know what I mean? And I like try to stay out of like
the bullshit,
like cross gym drama as much as I can. So it's like, dude, what? Like, I'm not saying you have to like just get along with everybody. But like, there's no reason you can't be like cordial and cool, man. Like, why not? Like,
you're walking around and like you're visiting one gym and like, well, you can't talk to these guys at this gym because I don't. If you want to come train, it's like, dude, like I don't want to be involved in this.
That is the cool thing. Like, there are gyms in this area that like are kind of like that, but for the most part, not really. Like, you're cool with Tim. Tim's really cool with Sean from Silverback. Like, we go and train there sometimes. They come and train with us. Like Cam rolls in on Sundays a bunch. We train with him real hard. It's like, just.
That's the culture.
Also, why not? And then, like, look, if we fight each other in a no, hold on, not fight. I hate.
Well, you said it.
No. But like, if we have a match, like, all right,
big deal,
cool. And then if you beat me, I'll probably just go way too hard with you next time you show up in the ring. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's just not that big a deal. And then, like, we're always gonna like cheer for each other when we're at like big tournaments anyway. So like, might as well just train together.
1000%.
Yeah. Which again, like. Credit to Tim again. That's kind of always been his attitude. Like, what's the point? Even like I've got to standard guys have never made me pay to go and train there. Like I just show up, I train, everyone's cool. We're like, all right.
They value that too. They value people coming to visit.
Yeah.
And they want to be able to go visit other people too.
Yeah.
So like, it's good leadership.
Well, and ultimately it makes everybody better. Like you're not going to
Yeah.
get better just training with the same people every day. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll get better, but you're not going to get quite as good as seeing all these different looks and training with other people.
Yeah.
So,
And sometimes, man, it's nice to go with like other people around your skill level that don't train with you every day. Cause then otherwise you get like people who are like newer than you or like, probably a little bit low skill level. They start catching you and stuff because they know everything you do. And then you're sitting there and you're like, am I getting worse? What's going on?
dude,
So like,
They're getting better.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And
For
you're
sure.
showing them all your moves.
Yeah, dude.
It's like they should get better.
We were doing a bunch of 1 minute goes the other day. And it was me and Tim, and like we had a bunch of blue belts in the group, and they all tried to kill me. And I was like, I had just done rounds with 2 of them before, and they were not going like I didn't have nearly as much of a problem. And then all of a sudden they're behind me, almost taking my back, and I was like, guys, you're supposed to let me win. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Well, and you have a target on your back.
Yeah,
that
I
comes
was
with
running-
like blah 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 blah, and
Yeah.
your target might get bigger, buddy.
yeah. Here we go.
Your
Yeah.
target's about to get bigger.
I was running an open mat the other day, and like the teenagers decided to Shark Tank me. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, but that's kind of fun because you're like, let's see how many teenagers can I kill in 8 minutes.
Oh, dude,
Like,
I love.
turns out I
rolling-
can kill a lot of teenagers.
I love rolling with the teenagers that are like really good. Because like they might even have some better technical skills than me, and then I'm just way stronger.
Just
So
big
I'm
dog,
like, hey, I'm an adult. You're gonna stop moving.
Child,
You're not gonna sweep me.
child.
Yeah, I am the adult in the room.
I had the first time I rolled with one of them. I had one of them, Logan. He like foot swept me as I was trying to throw him, and I was like, what? But then as I fell, I was like, hold on, and I just sat up and turned him over because I was like, no. That was nice, but I'm not letting this happen.
You gotta give them knuckles
Yeah,
a
we
little bit.
can't-
You gotta,
I am a grown ass man.
I'm a grown ass man.
first you take care of business, and you're like, that was actually really.
I
good.
was like, damn,
that was
but
good.
no.
Also bad, but also good.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, man. Jiu-jitsu's just fun.
Yeah.
So I'm like excited to have my own spot. It is like a little bittersweet, even having like one less day, like teaching the kids at High Noon, just because it's become like such a big part of my life. I'm at like every tournament coaching them. I'll probably still be.
Yeah.
I'll still be at every tournament coaching them. Yeah, it's like bitter. It's like exciting, but like
It's exciting.
Yeah.
And they'll be right there. Like,
Yeah,
you'll be
yeah,
able to
it's
go
like
over there.
15
You're
minutes
going to
away.
want to. You're going to want to like pop over there and be like, what's going on at High Noon? You're going to pop over there and say what up, train.
yeah. And I mean, our goal is to like still be connected in like some way. Have people from High Noon come visit Lariat. Have Lariat come visit High Noon.
And for
Just
I
cross,
think
et cetera.
for those who don't know, okay, let's talk about the word
name-
lariat,
yeah, the
because
name,
that's a
yeah.
cowboy
All right.
hat, right?
All right. No, so it's it's the rope you use to lasso.
Excuse me.
Yeah, there you go. I had to look this up because lasso, I guess people call it a lasso, but lasso's like
The action.
Yeah, it's the action. So the lariat's like the actual rope. And I wanted it to be like somewhat related to the Western, although technically High Noon is from like a movie. I just don't remember what movie.
Well, I associate it with like, I mean, it's like a cowboy
yeah, but it's
thing.
the cowboy
They
thing,
draw
yeah.
at High Noon, they shoot each other.
Yeah, so like we
There's
had like
the
a
Quick and
cowboy
the Dead.
theme.
I know that they fought
I mean,
at High
they're-
Noon.
I think there is a movie called High Noon. Too.
It might even be that movie. But I wanted to keep it Western theme, like and I'm taking credit for this idea. So at one point, people started I think it was one of the Orlando ADCCs. We had some of our like white belt girls competing. And I'd always been joking about how I just hadn't gotten the chance to get a first place medal yet under High Noon, how I wanted to wear like a cowboy hat as first place. So we made her do it. And then it just turned into a thing that we kept making people like wear the cowboy hat at first place.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was just kind of hilarious.
Keep
And then,
doing that. That rules.
no, it was so fun. I remember the
I'm jealous. I want to wear a cowboy hat.
the lady who did it first, Steph, she was like, well, you got to do it. And I was like, I'm trying. I was like, I'm not losing in the finals on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
It's just kind of hard when the other guy
Yeah.
doesn't want. He gets a vote too.
Yeah, it's kind of hard when
The
you're
dude's
like
trying.
fighting somebody.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so I wanted to keep it Western themed. I was having trouble, like thinking of something that wasn't terrible. We jumped on ChatGPT. That was also like they were bad. Like those were bad.
Yeah.
I was like getting close to like
We've trashed on AI a bunch of times.
yeah,
on the show.
dude.
It's cool,
Oh man, like I mean, like
It's
it's
coming.
It's been helpful.
I'm not impressed yet, but I'm
Look,
sure it'll
it's
scare me one day
helpful.
soon.
It's helpful when you're trying to look up like just like facts about things.
Well, I was
you know?
going to say, you might really like it when you have to start doing some business stuff.
I
You're like,
already-
yo, I
I-
need you to build me a business
I
plan.
already like it for the business stuff, but then I was like, anything creative is so bad.
Yeah, we've talked about it. It's like you have to be really good at your queries, like your search
Like,
query.
really
like,
specific,
you have to
yeah.
be like really specific, and you have to kind of know where you want to end up.
Yeah, because I remember I was like, I would like use like things like fun and cool, and they start putting fun and cool in the name, and I was like, no. Dude, this is the worst thing. So I got close to like quick draw at one point, and then Maya came to me and she was like, what about Lariat? And I was like, what's a Lariat? And then we I just kind of ran with
Another
that. So I was
shout out to
that's
Maya.
Another shout out to
Another
Maya.
shout out to Maya.
She said she should have copyrighted, maybe pay for it. But
Damn. Yeah, well,
she
too late for that.
She's too late. Haha.
She's like, I'm gonna buy all the domains.
I like Lariat.
That would have been hilarious.
Lariat's cool. You did a good job. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's fun. And it's just weird enough for people to be like, what is that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Lasso Jiu-Jitsu is already a
Well, isn't the logo
Yeah, it's a brand.
I can pull up the logo, but isn't the logo it's like a dude on a horse, throwing out the?
It's circle. A circle is the rope, and then it says LJJ.
Okay.
Because I was not gonna call it Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh,
Jiu-Jitsu.
Ooh.
I'm not Brazilian.
Yeah, American.
Fair.
Yeah, American Jiu-Jitsu. Go full.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
very American.
It's extremely
Cowboy.
American.
Yeah, it's
I salute you.
dude, just go full Keenan Cornelius.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. We're not gonna shy away from American vibes here.
No, man, why not? Yeah,
Hardcore Patriots.
yeah. But yeah, man. So that's kind of where the name came from. And I think I could do some funny stuff with it. Maybe I'll start lassoing people,
Dude, when you get shirts and
dragging them off the mat.
get a tank, dude. I'll buy a tank from you. I want.
Oh,
a tank.
we'll get you a tank.
I want a
man.
tank.
We'll get
dude.
you a tank.
Look,
I gotta. Yeah, you know.
I only wear tanks.
I got you, man. I got
All
you.
right,
Yeah.
please. I want one. I want a Lariat tank.
We'll
and
get a Lariat tank.
cowboy hat.
I had to double
that's a good
check what
point.
you were wearing.
You have to get
That's
cowboy.
a good point. We do
Maybe
have
you
to
give
use
that
cowboy
when you
hats.
promote people, dude.
Ooh,
Ooh.
colored cowboy hats. All right.
Oh,
All right.
Belt
Save it for
ranked.
brown and black. Is those
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
or
brown and
white,
black,
a welcome white.
You get a welcome one, and then you get one for brown and
Yeah,
black.
yeah,
later.
yeah.
I mean, you could
Blue
just
and
get
purple's wild. Dude.
it
That
could
would
be
be
a
crazy.
white hat, and then you do the hat bands.
That's true. You're the little tassel part.
Be a
You
little
could-
There you
cheaper
go.
too.
Yeah, that might be a little less insane than a blue hat.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
Because I guess that's an important point. Right now, it is all no gi.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna have an actual belt on.
Yeah, so they probably won't have a belt on. I mean, look, if I got to give you a belt in no gi, that's fine.
That's how you're gonna do
But
it.
that might also be funnier. I'm not going to give everyone knives.
Yeah,
I like the knife.
I mean,
thing,
look,
though,
it's
personally.
cool. It's cool. I'm just not going to buy a bunch of knives,
Yeah, that's
especially, I guess it's
You start handing out knives to kids. And
I guess,
shit,
yeah, I
dude.
guess they always- oh my
It's a
God.
tough one,
kids
dude.
class. You're like, here's
all-
a full. I mean, look, it's not like Naga doesn't already do that.
True.
Every Naga you go and they're like, oh, we zip tied the sword. And I'm like, the kids can open a zip tie. I'm trying to warm up and there's they're running around with an open sword. And I'm like,
How do they get away with that?
This is terrifying.
Yeah.
I like that they're like, but the adults can't get swords. I'm like, all right.
I want the motherfucking sword.
Yeah, I want the sword.
They can. They win the ability to buy a sword.
That's true. Now, hold on.
I have the ability to
and
buy
I
a sword.
still,
I have two swords right
I
there.
don't need to win a Naga
Yeah,
to buy
yeah,
a samurai sword, dude.
now, I don't know how this happened. When I was teaching at Kaizen, an old student, and she was doing adult blue belt. But I think she did the absolute and the gi or something. And then she walked up and she was like, just can I have one of those instead? And they just gave her a sword.
Sick.
That was the only time I've seen an adult get a sword. And I was like,
You just have to
all right,
ask
awesome.
for it.
I guess so, yeah.
Let me get that sword.
Look, let's be honest. Is the table worker at Naga really going to be like,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but they're probably tired.
He's like, I don't give a fuck, dude.
yeah, you just take the.
They don't get paid enough to be like,
Yeah, man.
oh yeah, no, we're really caring about who
Dude,
gets
speaking-
I did this
They
for
gave
free
away 50
registration.
swords for kids.
Dude, speaking of paid enough and stuff, I was at the most recent grappling industries coaching the kids, and I was doing New Jersey Open the next day, and I knew a bunch of the dudes from Standard were doing it too. I get to the grappling industry at 7 a.m. They're standing there in ref outfits. I was like, "Are you guys reffing all day and then competing tomorrow?" And they're like, "Yeah, is that
Is that
whatever?"
weird?
I was like, "That should be fine, right?" And I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know, man. You're gonna be on your feet for 15 hours.
It's like, that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, that sounds off. Dude, when I went to New Jersey, just from being on my feet at the venue for 6 hours, I was shot. I usually can't sleep before a comp, and I don't have any caffeine the day of because I'm already pretty amped. I could not stay awake. I slammed a monster and then still fell back asleep on the way up. In the match, I was like,
Yeah.
what am I even doing? I was just not awake.
That's that competitor grind where it's if you're a full-time competitor and this is maybe some of these guys they don't have a job.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I get
they're
it.
like,
Yeah,
I gotta get a gig, get
Yeah.
paid a little bit.
Look.
I drove up to Jersey or whatever. I'm gonna spend whatever money on a hotel and some
yeah.
gas station food or something. Can I at least make a couple bucks?
Yeah, look,
That's a tough grind, man.
all broke fighters and grapplers. Gas is expensive, but Uber and Uber Eats is your friend.
Yeah.
I did, dude. I checked the other day, especially during COVID, and then while I was just a broke fighter, I had 3,500 deliveries on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
I was like, geez, I did a lot. But yeah, dude, it's
Gotta do what you gotta
honestly
do.
also you come home and you're like, oh, I'm so tired. I was driving around in my car, listening to music and podcasts, dropping food off. It's not that hard of a job. It's pretty
Right.
chill.
When I initially started, got into MMA and jiu-jitsu full time, so when my initial go at it, next door to the gym I was training at, they had like one of those party rental places, like the places that do like the inflatables and stuff.
Yeah.
So most of the fighters worked for them. And so we would go and like run these like crazy, we'd go like, basically run the, set up these inflatables or like run like the mechanical bull for like these little carnivals and stuff like that. And we would then like clean these things. Fucking awful job, but you're super active. You get paid really well. I think they were paying us like $35 an hour.
Damn.
Which is fucking great.
That's insane.
But the job was hard as shit, and you have to drive around a lot. But then they would also give us, they would have us, instead of flipping tires, we would flip the inflatables. So they would pull the inflatables out for us, for all the fighters, for our conditioning, and set them up in the parking lot, and we would just fucking flip these giant. Those things are heavy as shit, dude. Tractor tires are light comparatively. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, that was like the first fighter job I had. So I get that.
Yeah,
Uber Eats would have been pretty good.
I think I hopped on Uber Eats because I was a personal trainer, and then I was like, maybe I want to like do full-time fighting for a little bit. But again, it was amateur, so I wasn't making any money off of it. And then I was just like, what can I do in my free time that doesn't take up at least most evenings and like random times during the day I got to train, and that just ended up popping up. Although ironically, the best time to do Uber Eats is like
when people are hungry,
lunch and evening. But it ended up working out. That was like a lifesaver during COVID, man. Mainly just 'cause I didn't have to like be in the house. I just like go and like
move around,
just drop off food. Gas was like $1, so like the return was pretty nice.
I like that. We should wrap up soonish so he has time to get to
because you gotta get moving.
Yeah.
Any other? Do you have any things coming up outside of your gym opening up?
I'm doing some. It's like Legacy Submission Grappling Series up in Maryland in like 3 weeks. It's like a 16-man CJI rules, but no pit bracket. I'm a little bummed about no pit, but it is what it is. I like the 3x5s. Like I never know how I feel about scoring in jiu-jitsu.
It's always fucked up.
I kind of like, and like I understand like when you get judges and like subjective scoring can be a little funky, but I kind of like the no points because if it's a close match. If it's a close match on points, it's a close match with judges. It's always going to be a little dicey. But like with no points, you fall down, you get knocked over, whatever. As long as you're kind of like whooping the other dude, you'll probably get the nod. So I kind of like that. So I like the idea of just like 10-9s.
Does any part of you want to say you like the IBJJF scoring?
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
I don't hate it.
But if it's actually done the way it's supposed to be done, that's just do it the way it's written. It's not a bad format.
If it was implemented correctly,
it
wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
However,
it rarely is.
There's a lot of weird advantages and points getting thrown out here and there where you're like,
I don't know how this works.
I do not like the advantages portion of it, but like as far as a general scoring system, it's not too bad. However, I do think there's things I think you should get points for that they don't have, but that's fine.
Fair.
I won't go into that.
I think the advantage thing is pretty funny because like I make a lot of faces when I'm rolling. If you get close to a sub, I'm gonna be like, so they're gonna get an advantage for it. Yeah. Where then like if I go and you're just like
stoic,
the ref's gonna be like, I don't know, no advantage. Didn't look like it was close.
Wasn't worried.
I didn't look hurt.
Dude, ankle like in New Jersey. I mean, this was not even a real submission. I just went for like a random estima. Dude's ankle popped like 6 times, and I went. No advantage for me, but because he just laughed.
They were just like advantage for him. You obviously were close to being submitted.
You were
sir.
scared.
It's like a weird pain tolerance.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, dude. Like, because like didn't tap to that, but then I got a knee bar and it was like immediate tap. But like,
he had already broken his leg.
I guess so. Well, then he got up and walked, and I was like,
"What is going?"
Dude, it was insane. I remember
you just have a lot of air in there.
Dude, I have air ankle pops. This was like, and I was like,
okay. I did something.
Are you good?
Maybe he's like RJ, just doesn't care about his limbs.
I mean, look.
I don't tap the leg locks.
Look, I used to, in comp, just let my ankles just like explode in ankle locks. Like, I remember I did one of the oldest like PGF trials, like back in the day. It was like PGF like 3 or 4. I drove down to Alabama. Second match, dude's staring at me, doing like heel hook grips from across the mat just to his own forearms and looking at me, and I was like, this guy.
Wonder what he's gonna go for.
This guy's very strange. And he just rips an ankle lock, and my ankle pops, and I'm like, well, I'm already here. So I just let him crank on it until I got like my own heel hook, but afterwards my ankle was pretty fucked up. Yeah.
All right, where can we find Lariat?
So it's Lariat Jiu-Jitsu on Instagram. It's lariatjj.com for the website. And that's about it right now. If you want to sign up, go to the website or just hit me up and DM me. I'll send you the links. Either on the Lariat Jiu-Jitsu, well, probably preferably on the Lariat Jiu-Jitsu Instagram. But if you message me on mine, on
Shoot out yours real fast.
And what's yours?
Grappler PJ.
Cool.
Middle
So
name.
we'll put all those in the show notes too, so you guys can very easily copy and paste as well. So that'll
Appreciate
help.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. It's been like, I get nervous pretty easily, so I've been like a little freaked out about it. But I think it'll go well. I'm like looking forward to like teaching adults again, getting my own thing going, and then again like down the road having like my own like comp team I can travel with. Because I love coaching. Like I get nervous for coaching, but like never have I gone to like a tournament all day and coached and been like, I wish I had
I
done it.
regretted doing that.
Yeah, I love like that's so much fun for me.
Yeah.
Win or lose, just having them like go out and like watch people do what we've worked on and stuff.
You're gonna do awesome, man.
So before we fully wrap up here, that gives me a question. Are you more excited about one of your students winning, or like if you win something huge, like which one is like peak for you?
Probably students winning, man. Like
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, I like even like this tournament coming up, I could like win $1,000, and I bet that if I won, I'll probably just be like deadpan, upset about how I did it. Like that's me pretty much every time I win a match. I'm like,
Never satisfied.
that sucked, or just like overly negative. Who knows? But I'm just like, oh, that sucked, and then I watch it back, and I was like, all right, maybe it was fine.
right.
Yeah, yeah, man. I just like watching other people succeed and stuff. And it's cool too, like watching someone like do something in the room, and you're like not sure how it goes, and the other go out and they just like perform really well. I think that's always awesome to see.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Cool. Thank you, Caleb, for coming out. That was Fighters Drinking Coffee. Go and check him out. We'll have the ways to find him. We'll have the Lariat Jiu-Jitsu Instagram and the website in the show notes here. And remember, that'll be the first day that they're doing classes when you guys are hearing this. So go in, sign up. He wants you to sign up for the classes, not just show up.
Please help me out.
So sign up for his classes, get in there, check him out. And that was Fighters Drinking Coffee. You guys can find us on Instagram at Fighters Drinking Coffee. And you can also join our Discord in the show notes. Scott, where can they find you?
Oh, at Scott Dance BJJ on Instagram.
And you can get me at Get Sudsy on Instagram. And we have some new things in the show notes to help support the show. So you guys can check that out. Just check it out in the show notes. It's fine. But so we'll be working on some new stuff, have some new things coming down the pipe for you guys as always. So again, thanks for listening. Rate, review, follow, all those things.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
That was good.